Ever wondered how you can turn a stranger into a girlfriend without uttering a single word? Well, you're not alone. This might surprise you, but a majority of our communication isn't about the words we say. In fact, researchers have found that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal. Incredible, isn't it? Now let's meet our protagonist, John. He's a bit on the shy side, more comfortable in the background than the spotlight. But don't let that fool you. Beneath that quiet exterior is a heart of gold. John, like many of us, has always dreamed of finding that special someone. The catch? He's not the best with words. But here's the twist. John managed to attract the girl of his dreams despite his quiet nature. You're probably wondering, how did he do it? Well, it's all about the unspoken connection. So, how did John, who barely uttered a word, manage to attract the girl of his dreams? Let's delve into his story. John, like many of us, was a man of few words. But he had a secret weapon, his body language. Our friend John was not the most eloquent speaker, but he had mastered the art of communication without uttering a single word. His secret? Expressing his thoughts and feelings through the subtle symphony of body language. Let's take a closer look at how John used this to his advantage. When engaged in conversation, John made sure to maintain eye contact. It wasn't a piercing stare, but rather a gentle gaze that communicated interest, respect, and understanding. This simple act was more powerful than any pickup line, as it showed he was genuinely interested in the other person. John also had a knack for mirroring the other person's actions. If she leaned in, he leaned in. If she laughed, he laughed. This subtle form of mimicry can create a sense of familiarity and comfort, making the other person feel understood and appreciated. Last but not least, John always maintained an open posture. He avoided crossing his arms or legs, and instead kept his body language relaxed and inviting. This openness conveyed a sense of confidence and approachability, which are key in building attraction. By using these subtle cues, John was able to communicate his interest without saying a word. He turned his silence into a strength and used his body language to build an unspoken connection. Without saying a word, John was able to express his interest and start building a connection. But that's not all he did. John didn't just express himself, he also paid attention, with his ears and his eyes. Active listening, you see, isn't just about nodding along to the rhythm of someone else's words. It's a full-body experience, a dance where you match your partner's steps, but also anticipate their next move. Let's take a moment to understand how John did this. As our silent suitor, he observed the girl's interests, the way her eyes lit up when she spoke about her love for painting, or the way her fingers danced on the table when she talked about her favorite song. He didn't interrupt or try to impress her with his own stories. Instead, he listened and responded non-verbally. A gentle smile here, a nod of agreement there, and a few well-timed questions showed her that he cared about what she was saying. Active listening goes beyond just hearing words. It's about understanding their context, their significance. It's about noticing the subtle signs, the unspoken words that often speak louder than the spoken ones. John's observations allowed him to respond in a way that made her feel heard. He didn't just respond to her words, but also to her emotions, her passion. He showed her that he was interested in her, not just as a potential girlfriend, but as an individual with unique thoughts and experiences. John's ability to listen and respond without words allowed him to build a deeper connection. But there's one more piece to this puzzle. John's secret weapon wasn't just his body language or his listening skills. It was his confidence. Confidence, my dear friends, is a silent language that has the power to draw people in. It's not about boasting or showing off, but about an inner belief in oneself that radiates from within and is communicated through one's actions and demeanor. John's confidence was clear in the way he carried himself, in the calmness of his actions, and in the steadiness of his reactions. He stood tall, moved with purpose, and responded with poise. His confidence was like a magnetic force that attracted the girl towards him. It's important to understand that confidence is attractive. It's a silent yet powerful form of communication. It doesn't always require words, but it always requires belief in oneself. So there you have it, John's story of silent attraction. Remember, Actions often speak louder than words. And with the right body language, active listening, and confidence, you too can turn a stranger into a girlfriend without saying a word.